Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, everybody is impacted by mental health conditions, including the friends, family, and coworkers who actually, who don't actually live with a mental health condition themselves.
And did you know that it's so common that 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experience a mental health condition each year, which impacts those who know and love them? And today kicks off Mental Illness Awareness Week along with World Mental Health Day this Thursday on October 10th.
Yeah, now people talk about mental health. Some people visualize and think about somebody who is having a mental crisis, but there are so many different types of mental health. Talk about some more of the common ones that you see that people may not think of. Spirit, so happy to have you this morning. Big round of applause for Spirit.
Spirit is
Good morning, my love. Good morning.
Yeah, Spirit. Listen, I've been actually meeting a lot of people that have on my book tour. And first of all, the book has been helping so many people. But I get people like, I don't know, I just didn't expect what I've been experiencing. A lot of people that's dealing with emotional, not emotional, but just crisis, trauma.
You didn't realize how bad it is out here, right?
I had no Spirit. You could not have prepared me for what I've been experiencing being on the road. People walking up to get their book signed, and all of them, I would say 90% of them with tears in their eyes. And the stories and the things that they...
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Yes,
It's hard. It's hard because everybody is out here just trying to survive. We're all doing the best that we can. And when we think about mental illness, Rickey, we don't think about all of us doing our best to survive and how that makes us sick, how that puts us at risk for being sick. And most of us don't get the care that we need. So we're walking around sick in our bodies for decades, and we don't even realize it. We think the anxiety that we're feeling, we think that the depression that we're feeling, the grief that we're carrying, we think about all the childhood trauma that we've experienced, all the political stuff, the social stuff, all the stuff we're dealing with every day. We just think that it's normal to feel like we're going to explode in our bodies constantly. And it's not. It's killing us. It is killing us slowly.
What's some of the misconceptions people have about mental health? Like Spirit, when I did the book signing in Nashville, I had an old lady in her 70s, almost 80, and she walked up to me and she held my hand real tight, and her bottom lip was just trembling. And she said, Spirit has tore me up so bad, I wouldn't even let her leave. She said, I lost my husband and my son, and she said, but I don't talk about it. And she just shook her head. No, I said, what? And I'm trying to get something out of her. She just looked at me. She had tears in her eyes, and she just shook her head, and she just squeezed my hand. And I made her stand to the side because I wouldn't let her leave until I found her some resources and some help. And that's been at every single book signing. It's just been, I wasn't ready for this, Spirit. If I ain't never seen nothing else in my life. They've been coming out, and they looking for help, and they want to share. But what's some of the misconceptions people have about mental health?
The biggest misconception, I think, Rickey, is that if you are having a hard time in your body, that it means that you're weak. I wish more people understood that you being able to still feel it means that you're human and your body is still working the way that it's supposed to. So when you feel that pressure, when you feel that pain, when you feel that rage, when you feel that sadness, those are normal responses of your body trying to communicate to you, we're not okay, and we need to get some help to get this out of our body. The biggest misconceptions that people have is that if you have mental health, then something is wrong with you, when the reality is that we all have mental health. Every single person has mental health, from a baby in utero to the time we leave this earth. But what we don't all have is mental wellness, and that is what is killing us.
Spirit.
Another conception. I could just go down the list, Rickey.
Spirit, you know what I said when I be doing, when I be speaking, Spirit, it ain't no class. Spirit, we have not been taught. It's not one class in elementary school, middle school, or college that teaches you some of the things, then prepare us for some of the things that happen to us. And then all of a sudden you get this overwhelming trauma and your body is in shock, and you don't know what to do or how to do. And I go ahead.
And Ricky, let me tell you what breaks my heart is that I've had mental health curriculums, and other clinicians have had mental health curriculums sitting on the shelf for decades. I literally have mental health programs and in-school mental health programs starting for kindergartners, Ricky. But the problem is that the world has not understood that every single thing that we're experiencing is directly impacted by our mental health or affected by our mental health. Most people don't understand that 50% of all mental illness develops before the age of 14 and 75% before the age of 24. And that people are walking around for decades with mental illness that could be treated, that could be cured, that could be in remission, and that makes us more susceptible to having other mental illnesses. And as you talked about, one person in your family actually affects the mental health of everybody in the family and everybody at work and everybody at school. Because if you have somebody who's sad or depressed or anxious that you love, that makes you sad or depressed or anxious. It taxes your mental health too. When you got to go to work with people who are sick, when you got bosses who are sick, when you got teachers who are sick, when you got parents who are sick, when you got partners who are sick, when you got preachers who are sick, when you got first ladies who are sick, don't get me started. We are sick people trying to interact with sick people, all trying to front like we are well, and it's killing us. It's killing us.
Man, that's deep.
Oh my God! I didn't even think about that, Spirit, because the thing about it is, I tell people that when we roll our ankle, we don't pull out a Bible, and you know the brain is a muscle just like your ankle, and you have to go and freaking get help. Some of this stuff is free if you just get your phone and do your research and figure out how we can get help, or just put this in your budget to go to therapy once a month and sit down and talk to somebody and cry it out, man. Like black men, we don't cry. We try to be strong. We try to go down to the funeral home or to the jailhouse and just deal with all that stuff. And then we just go to work and keep going. And we tell everybody we fine, and we don't sit down and cry. Spirit, I can see the cries in the walls in my house. I got a third step that I sit on that go to the kitchen. When I go sit on that step, man, I sit there, man, I cry for hours. I cry for hours, like the pain and the trauma. You know, not just about, you know, I got other kids that's dealing with stuff that's still living and trying to keep my other kids alive.
Going. That's right.
And you are a family therapist. You know what some of my other kids are going through and fighting every day not to lose. It ain't just the fact when I lost.
Listen,
fighting not to lose another one.
There you go. To live is stressful. Every single day we wake up, I try to explain, if you just made it today, you did everything right. If you just survived and figured out how to get through today, you did everything right. But adding to your mental wellness, adding people that can help you to make it easier, to help push the pain away, to help relieve some of that pain, to help take it off of you, that is what you have to do in order to be able to thrive. Otherwise, you are walking around every day in a state of crisis, that today could be the day where you are walking around going, let me go to the gym and try to just work out so nobody knows what I'm going through. Let me get in this car and just drive real fast. Let me just sit in my driveway for like 5 or 10 minutes and try to get my mind right before I go in here and deal with these kids or this man. If we don't understand the ways that we are just barely hanging on, Ricky, then we never do what we need to do in order to get beyond that. And our quality of life is just below where it needs to be.
And what you said, that's why I named that book Sideshow. Everything that you just described, it's a sideshow. You got pain on the inside while you're trying to be normal on the outside.
Come on.
And
Go get the
that's
hair
why.
done, get the nails done,
Yeah.
get the right outfit, put the makeup on right, get the lineup right, get the car right. All of it to distract from what you're really feeling on the inside, because you thinking everybody else is good. You think it's just you. You think something is wrong with you and you're weak because everybody else can figure out how to make it happen. When the reality is everybody is fronting just like you.
Hey, Spirit,
Everybody is barely holding on just like you.
we might have to do a part 2 tomorrow. I think this segment is so good and so helpful. Are you available tomorrow? I ain't trying to put you on the spot.
Listen, I'll come whenever you need me to come. Just tell me, and I got you guys.
Let's see if we can get you back on the show tomorrow, because I feel like this is just not enough. Like, I really want to tackle this mental health, because me and my kids are suffering, and I'm suffering, and it ain't even just about me, Spirit. I'm meeting people that's suffering on this book tour, and I am mentally and emotionally tore up, not just for myself. Spirit, I'm tore up for all these parents, all these other people that I'm meeting. It just got my spirit in a certain place, man, of sadness for the other people that's suffering. Spirit, real quick, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Listen, they can find me at 888-718-2T2S if they need help, 888-718-2T2S, and I'm at Talk to Spirit on all of my socials. It's Talk the number 2 Spirit, and tomorrow or whatever day, Ricky, we will talk about how this is the suffering that is happening all around the world, and hopefully that will be the call to action.